So I'm currently in bed, you know, just lying down, stressed out of my mind, and I'm thinking, who did we offend in this world as young ladies? Like, did they say that we should come and suffer? Because really, we have to work, and at the same time, we also have to balance it with life. Welcome to the Nude Diaries or hanging your.
You sound so depressed.
I'm depressed.
Financial depression.
My name is Dami, and Daya, I think you just had to send the ball really because my tired is tired.
Okay. A cabo. Sorry, it's Tony. Nude Diaries.
Ginger.
Hi everybody, welcome back. This is our second episode.
Yay!
Would you do your volume?
It's our second episode.
This is our second episode, and on today's episode, we're actually talking about work-life balance.
Yeah. It's a conversation that is needed.
It's needed because most people think that, oh, you're in your 20s. How many stress are you passing through?
Right? Talk about belief. Whosoever is saying that.
Be calming down.
Okay.
Calm down.
Yeah. Whatever, all right.
Talk about belittling people's stress, but in fact, being a Nigerian on its own is stressful. Now, a Nigerian living in Lagos, double stress. Now, a Nigerian living in Lagos in our early 20s, extra stress.
Double stress.
Now, imagine people that are jobless. Oh my goodness.
You just make them feel like
you would think because they don't have a job, they are what? It's a lie. The mental stress on its own, thinking of what to do to even bring in money. My goodness.
I feel like in a way, not even having a job is worse than having a job.
Yes, of course it is.
Because, no, what I mean is for your mental health.
Yes, no, you have all the time to think
you
about rubbish things.
Aside that, it stresses you out when you see other people working and then you feel like you're not doing so much.
Yeah, you feel like you're not doing
and then that can weigh you down. So you know how the Nude Diaries is. It's actually unfiltered conversations, and we want to bring ourselves into the things that we do as a bedrock for what we talk about. Now let's talk about how we manage our work with really our life. In the past few years, if you're really going to outline the things that you have been doing with yourself, how many things will you say that a Nidaya Williams ni Monshe?
Man, that you even have to ask is funny because I think one thing everybody knows about me is that I'm a hustler. Yeah, so I do lots of things. I've the past few years, should we count from when we're in school?
Start counting. But really, if they say if anybody mentions Daya Williams and they say what's Daya Williams into, like what would you say? This is Daya Williams.
Basically, you are just going to say two things: events, fashion designing. Along the line, I've done gift packing, back to school shopping, event planning, event coordination, fashion designing, logistics. Oh my goodness! I've done lots of things with me. Wow!
Aaron Gang, I just was 26.
It is well.
See you balling. I will now say that it's sugar daddy. Kele Agbe. I don't know where that is coming from. I don't know where that. I'm actually too short on this, but
it's actually really funny because back then we actually had school to deal with along with all this. Then after school, you would think that I think the only time we rested a bit was during service, and that was because of Corona.
I didn't even rest. I was working during Corona. So let's talk about, okay, so you say you do events and fashion, and in the midst of events and fashion, there are so many other, no, as I'm even talking aside Corona, I'm talking about the work that you do now. Events, fashion. Inside events and fashion, there's also a whole lot of things that you juggle in between. You are selling gari, you are selling palm oil, you are doing this, you are doing that. Let's now talk about what I do, because now we're trying to look at our work and life. So me, if you mention Damilola Alije, the only thing that you'll probably hear is media. Do you understand? Inside that media, there is TV, there is radio, there is writing, there is film. Do you understand? And that's 4. So you might say, oh, but that's easy now. But I'm like, hello, there's event hosting, there is production, there is there's a lot of things. There's writing, there's scripting, there's working Monday to Sunday without having a break. And all of this actually started really from where? From school as well. So the beautiful thing about going to our school, let's not seem like we're hyping our school now, Nigerian Institute of Journalism. Hey, NIJ people. Hey. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But we know ourselves, we see ourselves. So the beautiful thing about our school is you can actually work and learn. It's a mass communication school. Myself and I studied mass communication. We met while we were in school. And then it gives you the opportunity to be able to do things. Emeka, our producer, too. Hey, Emeka! NIJ for life!
You are shouting, guys.
We don't get sponsors. So what I'm saying is, it gives us the opportunity to work and then learn. So, they give us the opportunity to do so many things. And then we were able to explore and utilize those opportunities to do so many things. So at a very young age for us, we already knew what it was to hustle. I'd moved out of my mother's house. Daya has also moved out of my mother's house. We're living by ourselves. Do you understand? Or you might say, oh, but that's school life now. Our school didn't have a hostel. You remember, right? And then we also had to work. We had to pay school fees. We had to do this. Yeah, our parents were supporting us, but the bulk of it, because our parents also understood that we were working, they felt like they'd been relieved a bit, which was good, so they could focus on other family members. And we forgot what it meant to actually have a life. I remember Dayo would call me sometimes, and Dayo would say, Dami, I think you need to take a break. Just chill. And I'll be like, what is this girl saying? I used to be very pissed at Dayo. I used to be very angry. At a point, I'm like, is it that this girl is jealous or what? She would just tell me what am I taking a break from? Can't you see that I need to work? Can't you see that I need to rest? Can't you see that I need to do this? How old was I? How old I was? I was freaking 22. And I felt like I needed to do so much more because there were so many things that was coming, from left and right. There were opportunities. I was working with NTA at the time. I was doing Nigeria Info. I was working as an intern OAP with Nigeria Info. And ask Dayo here, I was in my year 3. I will leave school by 7 p.m. just so that I can make up for my midnight show that I do with Massive Matthew. I will go up to the island. Do you understand? Do a midnight show from 12 to 5 a.m. Immediately I'm done with the midnight show, I will leave the island, get to Ogba, where NIJ is, go to my house, shower. After I'm done showering, I'm going to class. When I get to class, Mr. Boyola is teaching features writing, and all I want to do is sleep. I start knocking my head down. Boom, boom,
and she
boom.
was wondering why I was telling her to take a break. Good.
But I wasn't seeing it. She was like, you don't even hang out with your friends, you don't do anything, you
barely eat.
I barely eat. And it doesn't mean that Daya wasn't also doing her own thing, but she just really learned how to balance it. She was able to balance it. She was doing tailoring.
I had events. Mm-hmm. we had classes Mondays to Friday. Then I know that the only time I have to work is when I get back from school, every day of the week. Because Saturday, Sundays were even out of it. I have events. So where is the time? So the few times I just consciously come to class like this, I did that break like this. So then I was not even open to anybody talking. Don't talk to me. I want to sleep. You get? I'm in class. Just come and be doing baby with me. Wow. Guy, not me. I won't sleep because midnight. Everybody goes home after lectures. I'll be up in the midnight. I'll be pedaling machine. People will be calling me. Are you done? Then the next morning I'll still come to class. You don't come and be talking to. Don't talk to me. How to sleep?
We were angry souls.
Honestly, to be honest, we were actually angry. We were always cranky. Then people would look at us like, what is it? But then we're still killing it. But funny, we're still killing it. We're still coming top in class. We were just so much focused on.
Oh, did you forget that? And they say it's only girls that were coming top in class.
It's only girls. We were just so.
The irony. Looking back now, or more.
I remember when we were now done with school, and then I didn't have anything doing. It felt like I didn't
wanted to die.
Because the life part of my life
was what she felt useless. She didn't know what to do with herself.
Nothing. My boyfriend would call me at the time and say, Oga, is it that I'm dating myself or I'm dating you? So there was that clash. It always clashed. And then you ask yourself, is there ever a time that your work will not clash with your life? Let's talk about it sincerely. Will your work never clash with your life? Do you think that's possible?
Okay, so currently I do a 9 to 5 coupled with other things that I do. And if you say your work will not clash with your life, it's a lie. I have been healed since Monday evening. In the midst of that, it's not my life. I'm supposed to take care of myself. I'm still working. Today is Saturday. I am working.
Even though this episode might not come out on Saturday, just know I'm recording it on Saturday, shout.
And they know. Why are you shouting?
I'm just trying to tell them. In case they're gonna hear Saturday, they're like, today's not Saturday. Like, yeah. Wait,
so I'm still working. Even on Sundays, sometimes I work. So I think one thing that I've never had any issue with doing is setting boundaries, even for work colleagues. Yeah. Some people don't know how to do that. I know how to do it. In fact, one of my hobbies, I will tell you, I come to the office in the morning, I resume my 9 to 5. Anything you want to do in this office, between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m., do it. Once I step out of this office, if you call me, I will not answer you. If you like, go and wake up the MD. I will not answer. It is when business resumes the next day, 8 o'clock, I will sort all your issues.
But sometimes you have to take exceptions.
There are exceptions to certain things. That's why I say that. I tell the people I work with, I tell my colleagues, okay, if there's a need for you to work on weekends, let me know on Friday, so I can work out something for you. So it won't be as if, you are calling Dial to do this, she's not doing this, she's not doing that. Let me know on Friday, so I can make plans, I can make preparations for how I'm going to attend to you on Saturday. And so far so good. Everybody is doing what they are supposed to do. Because you can't tell me that I'm supposed to have weekends to myself to do my other things, and they are calling me for office work. I will not answer you.
I think for me too, I also had to learn to do that. So currently, I work with a TV station, and I also write for a media organization, and it sometimes clashes. I'm also taking trainings here and there, learning to become a producer for film, learning to become a film producer, and my work is actually clashing even with my work. And do you understand? My work right now is clashing with my work because I have to shuffle 2-3 jobs at the same time. And then my life, which is the training that I'm taking to become a producer from Ebony Life Creative Academy, is also clashing with my life.
Your life is clashing with your life.
Clash of the Titans. You need to meet me. And then it might seem like I'm juggling too much, but I was asking somebody that actually it's fun actually multitasking, because in a way I've learned to now build boundaries, like Dio said. I've now learned to separate these things, and then I just really realized that it's all aligning, because I learned that this is the time when I'm supposed to give myself a break, because really it actually did crush me at a point when I was, there was no break, and I had to learn that. So for young people who are confused and are saying that, they don't have friends anymore, or their friends are complaining that, because they're too busy, and it seems like your friends don't understand. Because I used to think that they understand. I was like, what the fuck? What's wrong with this girl? I'm like, what's all this? She's always stressing my life. She's always telling me, stress. Yeah, so
I was telling her, guy, rest. Guy, rest.
So I think it's important for people to know that people like that are looking out for them.
The thing is, if you actually don't rest, when it gets to the point where you burn out, and God forbid, you end up in a state where you can't even do anything, this money that you are trying to hustle for, trying to make, it won't matter. And I don't know, the reason I am more particular about that is because I grew up around people that I know that they were workers, hard workers. And when it came to time for them to start enjoying, you just said, this person died. I'm like, what? How? You get? So I've always been too much stress. I've always been conscious about things like that. I see the way my mother works too, and then one day she'll tell you, I'm going to the market in the morning, she'll just fall ill. I'm like, no. So I had lots of people like that around me. Work. Then you fall ill when you're supposed to enjoy, or the money you should actually use to enjoy, you're spending it on treatment.
Now I hang out. I feel
like an hypocrite right now.
You are. Because you're an hypocrite. She's currently sick.
I'm currently sick. That money I'm supposed to use it to. We had plans to use this money to eat, and I can't believe that I just paid medical bills. I'm hungry.
Yesterday she called me. She was like, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm at home." She came to my house, and it was like, let's go and eat. I'm like, babe, I just ate my mama and Gary. And she's like, she hasn't eaten because she's sick. She couldn't even go to work.
I couldn't even go to work.
What we had to do, we still had to go out. So we went outside, we entered our pep, and then we went to Mega Chicken, and she bought pounded yam. We went to the place in
I was like, wait, I will not be eating like rat.
You understand?
I want pounded
Went to Mega.
yam. I'm going to get a pounded yam.
And she got pounded yam, and that's like really balancing your life, regardless of whatever stress it is. That's like what we're saying.
However you choose to balance your life, do things that you like, basically. I like to read, as you can see from my room.
She can't see her room.
Oh, sorry, you cannot see. Emeka, you can see my room now. Yes, I like to read, and as much as I like to read, it's a very expensive hobby because I don't like soft copies. I like to buy my books hard copies. I like the smell of paper. I like to flip. And when I say paper, not just books, paper, money paper. I like the smell of paper. I like to flip. So it is an expensive hobby for me because the cheapest that I get these books, 3-5. It may not be so much to some people. We know that people are rich. We are up and coming. Come and give us money. In fact, my birthday is coming up. Ask me for my book list. Yeah. Ask me for my list of books. You can choose to buy like 4 for me. I have a long list of books. So, and because I know that, okay, for now I can't afford to buy as much books as I would love to because there's really no space for me to keep them. I channel the energy to food.
Yeah. Which is good. I on the other hand, I love working. I actually really like
that. That really loves working.
I
like to work too, but I mean I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm working for 10 hours, I'm resting for 2.
Yeah.
And that my rest
I also had to learn.
That my rest hours you will not come. No, nothing will come between me and my sleep and my food.
I also had to learn, and that's the reason why you have friends. Your friends should be able to balance you out. There's certain things that I'll be there and she'll balance me out, and there's certain things that I'm there and I'll balance out. Just like other friends that we have, and how those other friends also balance us out, which is good. So it's important to have a community, but maybe not a very, very large community. But have a community that can help you understand that when you're working too much, you need to slow it down a bit.
Nobody survives in isolation.
Nobody does. You need to slow it down a bit, and these people can always help you when you need help. Earlier on this year, I was in a shithole. I'm telling you now, you are getting the sound that I'm a very busy girl. Hello. From October last year, during the pandemic,
I'm just glad that I didn't have to resume physical office till like January or so.
She was there for me.
I was just I was making her feel like, see, I'm not the only job in this place. I also jobless. I'm both jobless. I don't get anywhere.
She said, let's go out. We'll go out. She will spend money on me. I was broke. I didn't have money to step out. But to God be the glory. There are sometimes you just look at Allah looking in the heaven and say, Baba, thank you. Thank you.
So basically,
which is really great.
You should be able to just balance everything. We get that some of us or most young people cannot afford to not work because the bills actually don't stop.
Yeah,
the bills don't stop. You cannot afford to work, but then there should be a balance. You should, the same way you are creating work hours for yourself, you should create rest hours for yourself. And for some people actually feel sick when they are resting. Sure, you know.
Hello, that's my mother.
They feel sick if they are rest and not doing anything. They will feel sick. I can get that way too. Like just leaving me. This past few days I've been sick. Hey, it was. But then we get it. If you don't want to rest, do fun things. Things that relaxes you, basically.
And most of the time, our lives as Nigerians, or even as people who live in Lagos,
and as much as we want to even say
indebted into our life
before,
so our
traffic is indebted in your life, indebted to your life. Everything.
Our life is our work. So when you
take out the work, there's nothing.
There's really nothing.
You go to work. In fact, even Lagos traffic will make you feel like you're a hard worker.
Right. Emeka said that's why you hardly see people retire because this country will frustrate her. Yeah. Country, I'm frustrated.
Okay, this is a good time to do advert placement. Please, I don't know where you may be hearing me from. If you are in the abroad, I mean the proper abroad.
Yes.
You are looking for a wife. I can cook. I can clean, although I don't like to cook.
Then what kind of advert placement? That we are going to make money from our podcast. We want people to come and do adverts on our podcast.
I'm trying to help the podcast.
This is another hustle.
I'm trying to help the podcast.
How can you help the podcast if what you are looking for is husband? How?
If I travel to their abroad and do all that, I will get sponsors for you.
Mommy, Tayo is violent. Guys, Tayo is violent.
I'm not a violent
Before
person.
it seems like we're derailing.
No.
And then, because she was derailing by looking for husband.
I'm just trying to say that if they need somebody to
shut up
clean
and let me
and
look for
cook
money
for
for
a
this
fee.
Shut up and let me look for money for
See, we the girls behind this podcast, we can cook, we can clean. If you need somebody to come and cook and clean your house, pay us, we'll come. Is that not a business idea?
I know sick.
So what I want to say is that our podcast is open for adverts. You can, you can reach out to our manager.
We have manager.
Emeka.
There you go. Our producer and manager is Emeka. Emeka, what's the email that they can reach you out on? Like, what email? Yeah, so if you have anything that you want to advertise, it's very, very cheap. We take because you need to help us. Mail dot.
Forget what I said in the first episode. I'm broke.
Mail dot listenupdigital@gmail.com. Please send in. Emeka will give you the advert rates. This is like the cheapest one, and we're also trying.
You can't get it this cheap anywhere else. And if you don't patronize, see, we have plenty listeners. You can't beat the rich. Yes, you can't beat the rich.
That's NTA slogan.
We don't care. You can't beat the rich. You can't beat the rich.
You push come and pay. Please come and pay us. Listen to us and then pay us.
And actually, if we say that you actually turn up, we have a gift for you.
You have a gift?
Yeah.
That's on Dio.
Hello, disclaimer. Hello, listen.
It's not
That's on Dio. That's on
The
Dio.
gift could be free lunch voucher now.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Oh, nice. We speak French now.
I think this podcast needs to come to an end.
Yes, it should.
So,
my own closing remark is
Yeah.
this. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Take care of yourself. Your health is paramount. As much as we like to say health is wealth, people just say it off. The truth is actually, health is actually wealth. We want you to work. You need to work, yes, but at the same time, you need to rest and you need to live. So don't work all these years and have somebody else spend all your money. Because I'll be so mad if I work all these years and then I die. Then my next of kin is blowing my money. I feel torn in my grave. So please, take care of yourself. Balance your work. Balance your life. And as much as possible, the country is already stressful. Please try avoiding putting yourself in stressful situations. Be it friendship, relationship, anything that may possibly want to stress you. Me, pastor, everybody know that I don't like stress. If you're smelling or looking like stress, I used to jackpot. So, I don't know, just look out for yourself, take care of yourself. And when people are telling you to rest, it's not coming from a place of anger or anything, it's coming from a place of love, because they actually want you to rest. We still want you around, we still want you to live. I still want you people to show in my wedding videos. That's if I get married.
She's going to marry.
I'll marry you, yeah?
Hey, 14 years. Episode 1, 14 years. Episode 2, 14 years. Babe, Oga, boya ko jẹ́ kó rí ẹ pé o. Boya ko jẹ́ kí orí ẹ, boya ko jẹ́ kó pé. We're going to go now, guys. If you see anywhere you meet me, if you eventually get to see.
Hug me and squeeze 50K in my hand. God bless you.
Work-life balance. I think Daya said the most important thing. It's time for us to go. We love you. We're grateful.
Kisses.
We're grateful for listening to our first episode. We can't even believe you guys listened. This is our second, girl. Yeah. We're moving. Yeah. We're moving. We'll see you on the 3rd episode.
You hear from us.
Yeah, you guys are gonna hear from us. Bye. Foya Kema lo gege. Gege.
Everybody thinks I'm the ruffian. Raz to the core.
I have no words. You're rude.
Rubbish.
You're rude. Come on, let me remember me, sir. Actually, me say me no. Oh no,
you
have stopped recording. Oh, pardon. Because you must. But me man, she me ojú ẹ. That's stupid.
If you touch my forehead, I will give you that slap. No, I'm not feeling fine.